Your dog's sleeping position isn't random. It's actually revealing critical information about their health, personality, and how safe they feel in your home. And one position in particular is a red flag that most owners completely miss. Today, I'm breaking down the 7 most common dog sleeping positions, what each one means scientifically, and which positions indicate potential health problems you need to know about. This isn't just cute trivia. This is information that could help you catch health issues early. Let's dive in. Why sleep position matters. Before we get into specific positions, you need to understand why dogs sleep the way they do. Sleep position is influenced by 3 main factors: temperature regulation, vulnerability and safety perception, and physical comfort or discomfort. Dogs can't tell us when something hurts or when they feel anxious, but their sleeping position reveals what they can't say. A dog who suddenly changes their usual sleep position might be signaling pain, stress, or environmental discomfort. Understanding these positions helps you monitor your dog's well-being and catch problems before they become serious. Let's break down what each position actually means. Position number 1, the curled up donut. This is the most common sleeping position you'll see. Your dog tucks their paws underneath their body, curls into a tight ball, and rests their head on their tail or near their back legs. From an evolutionary standpoint, this position makes perfect sense. It's how wild canines sleep because it conserves body heat and protects vital organs. The stomach, throat, and face are tucked away from potential threats. Here's what this position tells you. Your dog is focused on warmth and protection. This doesn't necessarily mean they feel unsafe. It's often just about temperature regulation. You'll see this position more in colder months or in dogs who tend to run cold. Smaller dogs and senior dogs often prefer this position because they lose body heat faster. However, if your dog suddenly starts sleeping curled up when they previously slept, stretched out, pay attention. This can indicate they're cold, not feeling well, or experiencing some form of discomfort. Dogs in pain sometimes curl up tightly to protect the area that hurts. If this position change is accompanied by other symptoms like decreased appetite, lethargy, or behavior changes, consult your vet. One more thing. Dogs who always sleep in this position might not be reaching deep REM sleep. The curled position keeps muscles somewhat tense, which can prevent the deep relaxation needed for restorative sleep. If your dog only sleeps this way and never stretches out, they might not feel completely secure in their environment. This is worth addressing through environmental changes or anxiety management. Position number 2, on the back legs up. This position looks ridiculous. Your dog is flat on their back, legs splayed out at weird angles, belly fully exposed. It's often called the crazy legs or dead roach position. This is actually the most vulnerable sleeping position possible for a dog. The belly contains all vital organs with zero bony protection. In the wild, no animal would sleep this way unless they felt completely safe. Here's what this means scientifically. Your dog feels secure. They trust their environment and the people in it enough to sleep in the most defenseless position possible. This position also indicates temperature regulation. Dog bellies have less fur, and their paw pads contain sweat glands. Exposing these areas is the fastest way to cool down. You'll see this position more in summer, in warm houses, or after exercise. It's essentially your dog's air conditioning system. Behaviorally, dogs who sleep this way tend to be confident and relaxed. They're not worried about threats or feeling the need to protect themselves. However, there's a health consideration here. Dogs with joint pain, arthritis, or back problems may avoid this position because getting up from their back can be difficult and painful. If your older dog used to sleep on their back but stopped, have their joints evaluated. Changes in preferred sleeping position can be early indicators of arthritis or hip dysplasia. Also, brachycephalic breeds. Dogs with flat faces like bulldogs and pugs sometimes avoid this position because it can make breathing more difficult. Position number 3, side sleeping. Side sleeping is exactly what it sounds like. Your dog lies on their side with legs extended. This is a very common position for dogs who feel safe and comfortable. This position indicates deep sleep. When a dog sleeps on their side, their muscles can fully relax, allowing them to enter REM sleep, where dreaming occurs. Dogs in this position feel secure enough to let their guard down completely. They're not protecting vital organs or staying ready to jump up quickly. From a health perspective, this is generally a great sign. It means your dog is getting quality, restorative sleep. You'll often see twitching, leg movements, and even vocalizations when dogs sleep on their side because they're in deep REM sleep and dreaming. Dogs who prefer side sleeping tend to have strong bonds with their families. They're typically easygoing, well-adjusted, and comfortable in their environment. If your dog suddenly stops side sleeping and switches to more protective positions like the curl, it might indicate they're not feeling well, they're stressed, or something in their environment has changed. Pay attention to these shifts because they can be your early warning system for health or behavioral issues. Position number 4, the Superman or belly flop. In this position, your dog lies flat on their stomach with all 4 legs stretched out, looking like Superman in flight. It's adorable and also quite revealing. This position is most common during naps rather than nighttime sleep. Here's why. The stretched out position keeps muscles somewhat engaged, making it easy to pop up quickly. You'll see this position most often in puppies and high-energy dogs, who are resting but ready to spring into action at any moment. This is what I call the ready position. Your dog isn't committing to deep sleep. They're just taking a brief rest while staying prepared for activity. Dogs who frequently sleep this way tend to be energetic, playful, and always ready for action. They're not trying to conserve heat or protect themselves. They're just taking a quick break. However, this position is also a natural cooling position. The belly is against the cool floor, which helps regulate temperature. From a health standpoint, if an older or typically low-energy dog suddenly starts sleeping exclusively in this position, instead of more relaxed positions, it might indicate restlessness or discomfort that prevents them from settling into deeper sleep. Also, dogs with breathing difficulties might prefer this position because it can open airways better than some other positions. Position number 5, back-to-back or cuddling. If your dog sleeps pressed against you, another dog, or even a piece of furniture, this is the cuddle or back-to-back position. This behavior comes from puppyhood. Puppies sleep in piles with their litter mates for warmth and security. As they grow, some dogs retain this preference for contact during sleep. Sleeping back-to-back or touching serves multiple purposes. It provides warmth through shared body heat, creates a sense of security and belonging, and strengthens social bonds. Dogs are pack animals, and physical contact during vulnerable times, like sleep, reinforces pack bonds. If your dog chooses to sleep touching you, they're treating you as a trusted pack member. This is generally a very positive sign. It indicates your dog feels bonded to you and finds your presence comforting. However, extreme versions of this, where a dog cannot sleep unless touching you and shows distress when separated, might indicate separation anxiety rather than healthy bonding. There's a difference between preference and dependence. A dog who prefers to sleep near you but can settle independently is well-adjusted. A dog who panics without physical contact needs behavioral support. Position number 6, the lion pose or sphinx. In this position, your dog lies with their chest down, front legs extended forward, and back legs tucked under. It looks like the Sphinx statue in Egypt. This is a rest position, not a deep sleep position. When dogs sleep like this, their muscles remain somewhat contracted and tense, preventing them from falling into deep sleep. You'll notice dogs in this position can often keep their head up or resting on their front paws, maintaining awareness of their surroundings. This position tells you your dog is resting, but not fully relaxed. They're in light sleep, ready to respond quickly if needed. Dogs who frequently sleep this way might be on guard, feeling like they need to stay alert. This can happen with anxious dogs, dogs in new environments, or dogs who feel responsible for guarding the home. It can also simply mean your dog is tired, but not quite ready to commit to deep sleep yet. You might see this position early in a nap before they transition to side sleeping. From a health perspective, If your dog only sleeps in this position and never progresses to more relaxed positions, it might indicate chronic anxiety or stress that's preventing deep sleep. Additionally, dogs with respiratory issues sometimes prefer this position because it can make breathing easier than lying flat on their side. If your dog's sleeping positions suddenly become more guarded or tense, consider what might be causing stress in their environment. Position number 7. Sleeping on your clothes or bed. This isn't a physical position, but a location choice that reveals important information. If your dog seeks out your clothes, your pillow, or your side of the bed to sleep, there's a clear reason. Your scent provides comfort and security to your dog. Items that smell strongly of you become anxiety-reducing tools for your dog when you're not available. This behavior is completely normal and actually quite sweet. It shows strong attachment and that your presence, even just your scent, makes your dog feel safe. However, if your dog cannot settle unless surrounded by your scent and shows severe distress when your scent isn't available, this crosses into separation anxiety territory. The key difference is whether your dog prefers your scent or requires it to function. Preference is healthy. Requirement indicates an anxiety problem that needs addressing. Warning signs in sleep position changes. Now let's talk about red flags. Sudden changes in sleep position can indicate health problems. If your dog, who normally sleeps stretched out, suddenly starts sleeping curled in a tight ball, they might be experiencing pain, feeling cold due to illness, or protecting an injury. If a dog who used to sleep on their back stops doing so, consider joint pain or arthritis. Getting up from the back becomes difficult with joint problems. If your dog can't seem to get comfortable and changes positions frequently throughout the night, this often indicates pain or discomfort. Arthritis, digestive issues, or even cognitive decline can cause restless sleep. Dogs who suddenly start sleeping in unusual locations, like bathrooms or closets, might be seeking cool surfaces due to fever or feeling vulnerable due to illness. Excessive panting, circling before lying down for extended periods, or vocalizing during sleep position changes all warrant veterinary evaluation. Sleep is supposed to be restorative. If your dog seems uncomfortable or restless during sleep, something's wrong. Your dog's sleeping position is a window into their physical and emotional state. Changes in these patterns can be early indicators of health or behavioral issues that need attention. Pay attention to your dog's preferred positions and notice when they change. These changes often tell you something important before more obvious symptoms appear. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more science-based dog health content and drop a comment telling me, how does your dog sleep? Do they have a signature position? Share below and let's compare notes on our sleeping dogs.